as we mentioned earlier, we have 3 alert days in a row coming up to start your week off. It's last seen now all the way through Wednesday night because we have some dangerous cold out there. If you took even 1 second to spend outside today, you would have felt it. It's very cold out there. We felt it this morning. It's only going to continue to get colder as we move into tomorrow morning. So we're expecting wind chills in the coldest areas to be nearing -40 out there. That's mainly risking more areas in southeastern Minnesota and into areas north of I-94. Those daytime highs will be staying in the single digits as well. Those coldest areas will be staying near 0 for the next few days. So very cold out there. Definitely going to want to be spending extra time indoors or bundling up with as many layers as you want to put on because look at this. Today we're not feeling any warmer than potentially -19 out there for our wind chill. Most of the area is staying in those mid-20s like we saw on those current conditions just a while ago. And then as we go into tomorrow morning, this will likely be the coldest air that we'll be feeling throughout this whole period. Most of the area getting colder than -30. La Crosse holding on to a -26 for your coldest wind chill. But again, colder air off into southeastern Minnesota and for areas north of mainly Eau Claire. So definitely something to be prepared for. -35 will definitely be possible for those colder spots in more isolated areas. And then the good news is our winds aren't really going to be as strong during the daytime on Tuesday and on Wednesday. So our daytime conditions will be a tad bit warmer, but it's still going to be very cold out there. Many of us staying in the negative single digits as we go into tomorrow afternoon, and it's going to be very similar as we go into Wednesday during the day. Wednesday morning, still holding on to cold wind chills. Not as cold as we're expecting tomorrow morning, somewhat more similar and comparable to where we're at this morning, where most of the area is around -30 or a tad bit warmer. So after that, we'll continue to warm slightly as we go throughout the rest of the week, but really the entirety of the week is going to be very cold, which makes it very important, especially as we go into tomorrow morning, that you're covering up any exposed skin if you have to spend time outdoors, because most of our time today is going to be spent within this range, this wind chill of -20 to -35. That puts frostbite possible within 30 minutes. The coldest areas that we'll be getting into tomorrow will be having wind chills around -35 as we saw, and that means frostbite can be possible in 10 minutes or less. So you're definitely wanting to cover any exposed skin again if you have to be spending time outside, because frostbite is a real risk in this kind of cold. Hopefully we won't be getting less than -55, but as you can see, it happens even quicker in that kind of cold. We do have some relief in sight. We have to get through this entirety of the week. We felt a little bit of a taste of this cold as we got towards the end of last week, but we're really feeling it now to start this week off. Nearly 25 degrees below our average highs for both tomorrow and into Wednesday, but we have an upward trend as we get towards Thursday. It's going to take a while to get back above average, but we will be above average as we go into next week for those high temperatures in La Crosse. In Eau Claire, it's a similar story, looking like we'll still be above average, maybe not 10 degrees above average, but still above. And for this time of year, average highs are getting into the mid-30s, so I'll take any kind of above average temperatures that we can get. It'll feel a little bit like a fake spring out there, because I'm sure we'll have another cold stretch coming later in the month going into spring as well, like we usually do for this area. Here's those lows tonight. Very, very cold out there, nearing record lows, most of the area in those negative teens. Tomorrow's highs, again, just a tad bit warmer than today, but it's still that wind chill staying below 0 throughout most of the day, so it's going to be feeling very cold out there. A reminder, Tuesday morning going to be your coldest period, seeing wind chills getting near -35 or a little bit colder. And then there's our slow climb, not really getting near average until we get towards the weekend, but possibility of seeing the 40s towards the end of the period, which will be feeling like a total heat wave in itself after this weather.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, we're going to just slowly be just crawling our way out, right? Slipping on the ice.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Thank you, Nicole.